Hi, hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far. It's been a while since we've done a sit down video like this, but I've been wanting to talk about this topic for a while and I thought today is the day. We're talking about how to minimize decision fatigue. I feel like the last couple of years I've found ways to minimize it so I'm not feeling so tired every day for making everyday decisions, because as an adult it's unavoidable, right? We think about what to make for dinner, what to make for lunch, like every single day, and it's just helpful to have ways to lessen that so you can put more energy into your hobbies and like what fuels you. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Lynn. This is my little corner of the internet where I share honestly everything. I love personal development, I love wellness, I love fitness, I love hobbies, lots and lots of hobbies, talking about finance, doing vlogs, honestly, you name it. So if you like all that content, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and let me know in the comments below what you do to minimize decision fatigue, because honestly I look at bettering myself every day and I love seeing comments and trying to implement new things in my life. Without further ado, let's get started. So I would say the past couple of years I was getting so fatigued every day from like overthinking, and I didn't know what it was until maybe like a year and a half ago-ish, where I was like, oh, okay, everybody talking about decision fatigue. I understand what that means now because I go through it. So after that, I was like, okay, what can I do to basically prepare myself for the week ahead so I don't need to keep thinking about things? So my first tip is to choose your outfits the day before. So I have a corporate job and then I also do my side hustles, so like my YouTube channel, my blog work, my Etsy shop and everything. So the day before, if I'm filming, I usually pick my outfits. So like today I knew that I was gonna wear this outfit for this video. I know what outfits I'm gonna be wearing if I'm filming multiple videos in a day, and that lessens a lot of the fatigue so that when I wake up in the morning and I know it's a film day, I can go have a shower and put my outfit on. I don't need to give it a second thought. My brain is still fresh and I haven't made any decisions that can bog me down throughout the day or make me overthink. As a girl, I'll sometimes look in my closet, and even though I'm looking at an abundance of clothing and there's so many things that I could wear, I think, oh my god, I have nothing to wear. So just having that, I don't know, that mindset out is just so much more helpful, and just like knowing that you have clothes that fit you nicely, that you love, that you're able to wear without giving it much thought makes it so much easier so that you can put your time into other things and other hobbies. Like for me, I like taking my breakfasts very slow, so I like sipping my coffee slow. I love enjoying my breakfast slow, so that just gives me more time instead of me staring at my closet thinking, ooh, what do I want to wear, and then putting it on and like hating it. The second thing, which I kind of touched up on a little bit, is meal prep. So I'm the kind of person who gets a little bit bored from eating the same thing every single day, so then I like to switch it up a little bit. But now, instead of not having anything prepared for dinner or not knowing what to eat for dinner the day before, I usually meal prep, and I never do like a serious meal prep. So I don't do like, okay, this is what I'm going to eat every single day for dinner, this is what I'm going to eat every single day for lunch. I usually think like maybe like 2 easy things can I prepare for lunches, and what 2 maybe like nicer things I can prepare for dinner. So for example, I'll have like canned tuna salad for lunch for like 3 days. So I'll make like a big batch of that. So I'll just take it out of the fridge, scoop it on some bread, call it a day, it's lunch. And then maybe for like special dinners, I'll think, oh, you know what? Like on Saturday night, let's fry up some chicken wings. I haven't had chicken wings in a long time. Let's eat chicken wings. And then that's like my special dinner. Or I'll think, okay, like let's do a steak, or like let's do like roasted chicken where it's like more slow cooked. I don't need to be rushed. It's more preparation. Then I'll have that for like my weekend meals. But just having a list, like these are some things that I can enjoy and just pull out, makes it so much easier, because I know more than anything that like when I don't have any meals prepared, I'll look into the fridge and like get super overwhelmed, and then I'll tend to overeat because I'll start snacking on random things, or it'll just take me longer and my lunch breaks are done, or I'll just end up eating a bunch of random stuff that doesn't necessarily have nutritional value, and that just like offsets all my macros that I'm trying to reach. So meal prep. It doesn't have to be super intense like other people's, but just having that ready to go options is super helpful. Okay, number 3, and I stand by this so much. I learned this from the book Time Time, Money. Okay, I'll put it up on the screen. I can't remember the title. Anyways, that book was such a lifesaver for me. When I read it, I was like, wow, this book truly speaks to me. But one of the tips that I take on after, I guess it's been like 2 years since I've read it, or maybe 1.5 years since I've read it, is to create a success plan in the morning. So I love creating a success plan instead of a to-do list because it makes me feel like I'm accomplishing something, or I feel more accomplished, rather than having like a to-do list where it feels like you're just doing a bunch of chores. So usually when I have my breakfast, or even before I go to bed, sometimes I'll think of a success plan. So it's basically about like 3 to 5 things that I want to do for the day that is achievable and attainable. So sometimes I'll have something that's more intense, like maybe like 1 to 2 things that are more intense, like for my side hustles, or if I'm doing like a big cleaning job, like I'm cleaning all the floors in my house or something, or cleaning like the whole first floor of my house. And then I'll have like little things. So I'll have refill the humidifier, or defrost the chicken, or something like that. So it just makes it easier to feel successful in your day, knowing that you've ticked off a couple of things on your list and you've had a successful day. It doesn't have to be something so intense. And like I've learned that the hard way. I used to put like 15 things on a to-do list every single day, and I would get overwhelmed, and I'd be like, oh my god, like my to-do list is never ending. It keeps going to the next day, because every time I wouldn't finish something, it would go to the next day, and it would just pile up more and more. So now I've decided to do a success plan where it's like, okay, I have to get these 5 things done. They range from easy to a little bit more difficult, but this is something that I can get done. And it honestly like lessens the decision fatigue, because I don't have to think like while I have time to work what I have to get done. I've done it ahead of time, and it's just like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. Great. I'm done. I've had a successful day. Any other task from now on is just additional, right? So it's not on the to-do list, whereas like before I'd be like, okay, I'll just have to do that tomorrow. I'll just have to move that to Friday. I don't have time for this. Oh no, I'll have to cut this because I don't have time for it. And it just, oh my gosh, it just creates more and more decision making, when you're gonna do it, how you're gonna do it, how you're gonna be able to achieve it. So definitely making a success plan, sticking to it, not making it too hard is so helpful. So tip number 4, create default choices. So this was a little bit harder for me, especially thinking about like going to a grocery store, because I get overwhelmed with all the options and trying out new brands and everything. But the more I would, try new things and not like them and like be upset about that, the more it would cause me to burn out. So I decided, okay, you know what, I'm gonna do and stick to default choices. So now I know what things I love and I stick to it. Doesn't mean I don't try out local things. I do love trying out local things. I love supporting small businesses. But if it's things that I know and love, I'm just gonna stick to it. I'm not going to create more issues for me, create more decision fatigue where I'm standing at a coffee shop and I'm like, ooh, that sounds good. Should I try that? Oh, but it's so new and I already know that I love my brown sugar shaken espressos, but should I try that new banana bread latte? What if I don't like it? Then that'll just ruin my coffee order and I'll have to spend more money because I want to get something else. I won't like it. It's just a lot for you to overthink on something so simple like a coffee order. So, things like having a default coffee order so you know what to get all the time. Something like, having the same brand of ketchup or the same brand of ranch dressing, so you don't have to keep changing it up and then feeling disappointed and like having to go through that decision making process. Sticking to a few tools. So I stick to a few tools when it comes to editing and when it comes to my blog work and all that. Selecting a few apps for entertainment. So I usually just have a subscription at a time or 2, and then I flip through those, and then if I get bored I'll cancel it and go to another subscription for a little bit. So just having like those default choices make it so much easier to rein in and put your brain energy elsewhere. My 5th and final tip is brain dump, and also meditate and journal. So basically my brain works at like 10,000 miles an hour, I swear. I'm always thinking of like the next thing. I'm always super creative. I'm always like, oh, I want to do this, this, and this. Like I'm a very like lively and excited person. I'm very bubbly. I'm very positive. I love taking advantage of life and what life has to offer. So sometimes it gets a little too much. So I always recommend a weekly brain dump, which I do all the time. And it doesn't have to be nice. It doesn't have to be organized. I literally take a sheet of lined paper from my notebook and just brain dump everything that's on my brain. I'll brain dump any money issues or money problems I'm facing. I'll brain dump some plans I have for the future. Maybe some trips I want to travel to. or some places I want to travel to. I'll brain dump some clothes I want to buy. I want to brain dump some date nights I want to do. Like everything just goes on a piece of paper out of my brain. When it's there, I look at it and I think, are any of these things actionable, or are they just ideas? If they're just ideas, they can stay in my brain dump journal. Done. Don't need to think about it anymore. It's fine. The thought crossed my head, but it's out now. If it's actionable things, that's when I'll put it into my planner and be like, okay, like if I want to plan a trip to Japan, what steps do I need to do to get there? How much money do I need to save? Who do I need to talk to? Like, for instance, my husband, or if I want to talk to my cousins to do this trip with me. And the planning goes on from there. But if it's just an idea, it's just an idea. Leave it. It doesn't need to take any precious space in your brain. But I find that so helpful. Also to meditate. I mean, I don't meditate that often, but sometimes I'll take a minute or two in the morning to just sit in silence, cross-legged in a dark room, and just work on my breathing, because the day gets so overwhelming. And as you grow older, honestly, I feel like responsibilities pile up and you have more commitments, and it's just go, go, go. It's so nice to just take a minute to yourself and just focus. Now I'm going to try to journal again. I've always failed in journaling, but honestly, I really, really want to take journaling to the next level, because I feel like it's so helpful. So what I'm thinking of doing is having a jar with like prompts. So I'm just gonna pull up a prompt every day and write about it, because I think that's so beneficial. And I have loved journaling in the past, and I look at my journal entries now, even though they're inconsistent, and I think, oh my God, that's so sweet. I love that I was like that, XYZ years ago. So journaling is super helpful, but I would categorize brain dumping and journaling kind of similar. But yes, that is my last tip, just to release all of that energy, built up energy in your brain, so that you could leave space for other things. Yeah, that is pretty much it. Those are the tips that's helped me lessen my decision fatigue. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments below some of the things that you have done to lessen your decision fatigue as well, because again, I'm always learning. I'm always taking in advice from other people. I love listening to podcasts and YouTube videos, short form content on how to better yourself, how to reach the highest version of yourself. So I'd love to hear any of the techniques that you do. But yeah, that is all for today. If you like this video, please subscribe and like. Let me know anything in the comments below. And I'm excited to do more sit down videos. I really love this style. It's just like super chill and like chatty. So I'm excited to do more of these in the future. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you guys next week. Bye.